John Sewell with Engearment.com podcast. Really excited to have my friends Dustin, Capri, and Cheryl on here from a company called Made. Now, Made is going to solve a lot of problems that we all encounter. That is proper sized clothing. So they have an Indiegogo going live as of today. And without further ado, I'll just welcome you guys and you can talk about your products and your mission and how you're doing this. I'm super excited. Dustin, Capri, and Cheryl, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Sean. We appreciate the time, man. This is super exciting for us. We've been working on this, and it's very, very exciting to be at the point we're at, to be launching, and for people to be able to see what we're up to.
Absolutely.
Okay, you want me to kind of introduce the team and
yes, please,
and that sort of thing. Cool. Okay, so and I'll share my screen just for anybody that's watching it. Okay, so we are Made. My name is Dustin Butcher. You see on the screen as well Capri Phillip and Cheryl LeBarr. So my background is I have been in the outdoor industry forever, it seems, for my whole career at least, and I'm actually based in Utah in the Wasatch. So for the last 8 years, I've run my own creative agency where I do marketing and creative for outdoor brands, including G3, Petzl, Pret Helmets, Gregory Packs, and a handful of others. I was able to connect with Cheryl and Capri a little bit ago and start to talk about doing something new in the apparel space. And I needed the experts, and that's where I landed. So Capri, so both Cheryl and Capri are Arc'teryx alum, and now doing our own thing. Capri comes from a design and pattern making background, and Cheryl comes from a product development background. So we kind of put this team together really to kind of create to be able to develop this idea further and create something that's really different.
Well, that's great. And yeah, I've seen the PDF about this. I'm so excited about this because, and I've been bragging to a lot of other people about your idea and the customization you're going to talk about. So I won't interrupt again. I'm just super excited for you.
Oh, interrupt all you want.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so yeah, here's what we're doing. We're making premium made to measure and custom technical outerwear. We are launching, like you said, on Indiegogo today. And this is obviously a big deal for us. And we're launching with a single product right now. That is this hard shell ski and snowboard jacket. It's waterproof, windproof, breathable, super durable, has welded seams, waterproof zippers, all the stuff, like 3-layer waterproof fabrics, all of these things that you want out of a premium hard shell. But it goes way beyond that. And that's really what we're bringing to the table.
It looks like you can do anorak style. You can do different pocket placements. Yeah, very customizable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so customizable features for sure. But the other half of that is customized fit. Yeah. So basically, we want to be able to offer you kind of like you get a custom fit suit, but in technical outerwear. I think that we all kind of have at least one sort of issue with our gear. Like nobody is sized or can find the perfect size, as it's just an average of thousands of people across the country or nation, right? Yeah, so basically what we want to do is be able to take your unique measurements and scale our patterns to your size, and then stitch up your 3D avatar and check the pattern before we hit go in production. And we think that just having this perfect fit is just giving you that excess or extra bit of performance. You're not having this nagging thing, whether your shoulders are too tight or your hips are not fitting in the hem properly, or it's a little bit too short in the arms. We just think that'll really give it that extra bit of comfort while you're on the mountain.
Oh, of course. And I think everybody I've spoken to about this idea, no jacket off the rack fits a person perfectly. And I'm a pretty average build, but like you mentioned, the shoulders and upper back, I almost always have to go to a larger size than I would like. It would be so nice to have a bespoke ski jacket.
That's the idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you touched on this a little bit, Sean, but we are going to be offering a completely custom feature set. So the shell jacket that we're launching with has a lot of different features that can be customized. So you can choose whether you want hand pockets, whether you want to add a chest pocket or two, sleeve pocket if you're more of a resort rider and you want to keep your pass in there. And then, really you can customize everything down to the color. And we're really excited about that.
Can we do drop pockets on the inside?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And actually, we've had a lot of people that have suggested either new or different features that they've always wanted to see in their gear. And we're really excited to be able to play with that and maybe add some of those features over time that might not be available in your average jacket.
So cool. So cool.
And that's one thing, one of our goals in the crowdfunding process is to listen, right? We want to hear what people want and what they want to see and how they want to be able to customize and all that kind of stuff. That the way the patterns have been designed is quite flexible. So really, like, if there's a feature that was in a jacket from 10 years ago that nobody has anymore, that like changed your life and you wish you still had it, but that jacket finally wore out, like, we want to know about it and we want to figure out how to make it happen. Like we really want to just listen and hear what people are thinking of the whole idea.
Oh, and I'm sure you will. We hear a lot of feedback from people. I'm excited to incorporate for sure.
Great.
And sustainability is something that is really top of mind and really important to us. There's a couple things that we're doing that I think will make a pretty big impact. One of them is just our business model and our manufacturing structure. So because we're just making one jacket for one person, it's custom. We're not really forecasting of, how many units we need for the season. So at the end of season, usually a lot of companies will have to discount their gear or even destroy it in some cases, I've heard. But since we won't have any of that, we're basically only producing what we need or what people have asked for. Another way we're going to do that is with our fabric selection. So we're using two fabrics. One is Sympatex, super high performance and durable and breathable. And it's made from 100% recycled plastics. So really interesting, very sustainable. And we're also using Polartec Neo Shell. So Polartec actually has a bunch of dead stock that they've either produced a little bit too much or bought it back from another company. Perfectly performing, good quality fabric. So we're able to negotiate a good price and buy that for them and basically keep it out of landfill. And it's really awesome for us too, because we can have, really kind of interesting colors or, whatever's on hand, basically. If there's like crazy purple or something, we only have 100 meters of it. We can, put it out there and see what people think, see if they want it.
And I've used Sympatex. I know it's a great waterproof breathable membrane, as well as Polartec Neo Shell. Big fan of that one. Very breathable as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Sustainability part, like you mentioned, like you won't have leftover jackets that you have to incredibly discount or destroy or, have on hand and lose money on. That's such a good marketing or such a good business practice right here.
I think there's a bunch of other pieces to it too, right? Like you think about, like, we don't have a big warehouse where we've made a bunch of stuff that then comes and just sits around and takes up space and all that kind of stuff. And we're not shipping big containers across the ocean to just sit somewhere else to then be shipped to a retailer, to then be shipped to a customer, right? Like something is getting made and shipped once and that's it. And so I really think that, like, the business model itself allows for a lot of advantages in that, in the sustainability side of things. We're still making a thing, right? And so we're still trying to be aware that the thing we make lasts as long as it possibly can and really fills that need. But within that, we're trying to be creative in how to be as aware of the process as possible.
Great.
Yeah. And we can make all these sustainability choices at the beginning of the process as well, and we want to kind of close the loop on the back end as well and offer really great warranty repairable products that will last a really long time. and yeah, close those sustainability gaps.
Awesome.
Another thing we're really excited about is that we are going to be offering completely genderless web experience. If you think about it, when you go into a store for the first time or you go into a website, the first thing you're going to do is go and select if you want a men's or a women's product. And oftentimes those products are completely different. They don't have the same feature set, or they might reduce colorways for different genders. And so we're really excited to offer, we just have a jacket and we're just going to have, this is our product, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or what your gender is, what you present as, you can get the jacket that's perfect for you, because what really matters is that it fits you and that you have the feature set that you want that fits your style of activity, and get it in a color that you really like. You know, I know a lot of guys are really excited about having a purple jacket, or girls that want a blue or green jacket. Like, we don't need to be gendered that way when it really matters is the individual.
Oh, I dig that. And I had a purple jacket, and I love that purple jacket. I wish it was still around.
Yeah. Well, you can get one from us someday.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I've had my eye on the, there's been a teal color in women's outerwear for the last couple of years that I'm just like, I really like, I love that color. And so yeah, I get excited about it. Right.
That's so cool.
So yeah, the timeline for the whole process is, we're launching today on March 16th on Indiegogo. And the MSRP for the fully featured shell jacket is 600 USD or 750 CAD. Indiegogo pricing today is 33% off. It'll slowly get that discount. It will get smaller and smaller. So jumping on it soon is definitely the way to get the best price on this product. Because really, again, we are not going to have a bunch of extra stuff every year that then gets discounted at the end of the season. So we are not really going to be a discounting brand going forward. So this is really an opportunity for somebody to get an amazingly high-end product, super premium, and fully custom and personal to you as an individual, something that's never really existed before, and at a great price. And then so the campaign will go through April, shut down toward the end of April, and then throughout the summer we'll be fulfilling those orders, and then launch the full brand in the fall, which will include the bibs you were asking about, the pants, so soft shell as well, jackets and pants, mid layers, all sorts of stuff, and then we've got plans for future seasons and all sorts of ideas that we're playing around with and what we want to explore. And we just think that the idea here is really to create that personal product, and that there's opportunities in so many different ways and so many different sports going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is so cool. Yeah. So going live now, definitely the best way to get the best deal on this. And then awesome that you have the bibs coming up and other soft shell. I love soft shell, especially you and I tour a lot. So soft shell is where it's at for touring, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Northwest. I don't need totally waterproof all the time, but yeah, having a whole lineup of bespoke clothing that suits the person's color choice and pocket configurations and the way they want it to fit, which is very important. Like, some people want that bigger fit, some want the more alpine fit. I like the middle. Like, it's great that you have these resources and you can offer this to people. This is the most common thing that happens on our reviews. We'll do a review and I'll say my size, 6'1", 45-inch chest, 33-inch waist, and it might fit you this way and it might not. But now you know, because you can measure and send it to you guys and make it to your specs. Very cool.
Right. Thanks.
Super excited.
Absolutely. Well, I'll have links below where everybody can go to Indiegogo and get signed up. And I think the timeline was you probably production will go out in the fall. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Full production starts happening in the fall, but all the Indiegogo stuff will be fulfilled basically as soon. Like, we'll start fulfilling as soon as the campaign ends.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So even sooner. Great.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, guys, I love this. This is a great idea. Everybody I've talked to, which is a lot of people, are very excited. So, from all of us at Engearment, we wish you the best and love to see this come to fruition. And I'm happy to support over here.
Thanks so much, Sean. We appreciate your time and your support, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
My pleasure, guys. My pleasure. Engearment.com podcast listeners and viewers for YouTube. We'll have all the assets and links below where you can find out how to get involved with this and get yourself and your loved ones the best, most bespoke jacket and other kit going forward. Until next time, take care.